Hello, 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 and welcome, family. Thank you again for joining me today on Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. And of course, it's your girl, Mrs. B. How y'all doing? I hope everyone is doing well. I pray that blessings are pouring your way. So let's get right into it today. I'm I am so sorry. I am really late getting my episode out today. But it's for good reason because I've been kind of busy all week and your girl just woke up this morning not feeling good at all. I've actually haven't felt good for the last few days since like Tuesday. So I'm literally recording this episode Thursday night at 9:55 p.m. So I'm just going to get this episode recorded, edited, and uploaded right before 12 a.m. probably because it does take me a little while to get everything put together. But I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. I am still meeting and crushing this goal of putting this episode out every single week, no matter what. I don't care what's going on, unless I'm in a hospital. But if I am in a hospital, I'm like, y'all better bring my equipment so I can get this episode recorded with these beeps in the background. But, but yeah, hopefully it won't go that far. But yes, I am not feeling my best. I may sound a little congested and stuffy and icky, but that's because I'm battling a little sickness right now. It's not too bad, but I just literally been in bed all day. I'm glad today was my off day so that I can get some rest, but tomorrow is back to it. So, happy Valentine's Day to you all. Valentine's is coming up. It will be this Saturday, February 14th. And also, as usual, happy Black History Month to y'all because it is Black History Month. I've been doing so much better this year than I normally do. I've been making sure that I am posting all kind of posts about Black History Month this year and just making sure that I stay, grounded and that I'm like being as informative as I can be about this amazing holiday that we have going on. All right, so I don't know why this keeps dropping like this, but I'm having a little technical difficulties with my little podcast studio today. I don't know what's going on, but anyway, so make sure you all are celebrating Black History Month all month long. And you should be celebrating Black history all the time, but especially for Black History Month, it's our time to shine. So make sure that you are educating yourself, your family, your kids, your coworkers, everybody that you come in contact with about the amazing things that Black people have done throughout history. Also, your girl is continuing to, mind her Black-owned businesses because I am still working hard on my bookkeeping courses. I've slacked off a little bit, but I'm still going strong with that. Also, I finally, y'all, today, exactly, in the mail, received my notary stamp. I've literally been waiting forever for this stamp to come. It got lost by UPS and caused like a whole week delay because I should have had it last Wednesday or Thursday. Got it this Thursday. But your girl is official. Woo, 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 woo. So I can get those stamps rolling. Hit me up. QB Enterprises. Okay, make sure that you share with everyone that you know that your girl is now a licensed notary and I have everything that I need to go ahead and take care of all of your notary needs. Holla. Anyway, so as far as Valentine's celebration goes, my kids, one of my sons actually asked me to take him shopping for a special young lady that is like, one of his little crushes. Because I tell my boys, if you don't have a job to be able to take your girlfriend on a date, then you don't have a girlfriend. You're just out here playing because don't no girl want no broke man without a plan. I even told my nephews that, like, if you ain't got a job where you can actually take your girlfriend on a date and buy her things for special occasions like Valentine's Day, her birthday, Christmas, then you don't need a girlfriend. And I mean, I'm not saying that they should be used by girls because that's not the case. Their girlfriend should be able to do stuff for them too, but I'm practicing their mind, or I'm getting their mind in the practice of knowing that you need to have something to bring to the table, not just yourself, because you are not the prize. Because, they don't have a lot of examples to show them that. So I need them to understand that that is a requirement as a male, is that you are to be the leader and you are to be, the provider. You can either fully take care of your woman, or you can also, work together with her, but you should be the main breadwinner and the provider if you can be. I know some circumstances don't, allow that. I know some women make more than men, and that's a whole nother discussion, but at least be bringing your portion to the table at the bottom line, okay? I'm not saying that, you know, you have to always make more than a woman, because in this day and time, women are bosses. I'm a boss myself, so I know that, we really be out here getting it. And, the point is, he need to be out here getting it too. So anyway, my son took his chore money and he bought his crush from school some gifts. It was a lot though. He spent a lot of money on her. Like, he really went all out. I was very proud of him. I helped him pick out the stuff, try to tell him what girls like. So I'm pretty sure she appreciated. And then my other son, him and one of his friends, they gave each other gifts. So he used his chore money to buy a gift for one of his friends. And then, I decorated my house for Valentine's Day because I am a big decorator for every holiday. I love to try to do some kind of theme for the holidays. So I've kind of slacked off in the last few years on my collections, because usually I always try to make sure that I add to my collection each year. And I kind of slacked off on that, but I got to pick that back up because I love having little cute decorations around, and I love to do the tablecloth. So I have a nice Valentine tablecloth, and I also got some cupcakes, some cookies, and some other little treats for us. I also made candy bags for my kids because my boys are in middle school. They don't do the gift swap with the candy anymore. You know how the whole class exchanges, because they have so many classes, so they don't do that. So I still wanted them to feel special. So I made each of my kids a little bag of candy, even my oldest. She was just visiting with us last week. So I got her a gift for Valentine's Day, and I made her a bag of candy. I got all the kids a gift with a bag of candy, personalized from me. Also, for my baby girl, this was her very first candy exchange. So that was really exciting. She came home with a lot of candy. I also got a box of chocolates for um 5 teachers at her school. She has 2 classroom teachers, and then she has like a classroom that I have to walk through to get to her classroom. And I really love the 2 teachers in there. They always have very good energy for me and her. And so I decided to get them some chocolates too. And then my baby girl used to be in aftercare, but she no longer does aftercare. But her aftercare teacher is really sweet as well, and I see her sometimes when I go to pick her up. So I got her a box of chocolates too, just to let them know that we do appreciate them for everything that they do. Also, um so my kids are getting into their activities starting this month. My oldest twin, because they are twins, but he liked to be the oldest all the time for everybody to know. But he is doing boxing. He's really interested in boxing, so he started taking boxing classes. And I might put him in some kickboxing, because he does boxing with his dad, but I may put him in a kickboxing class that's close to us. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. And then the other twin is doing baseball. Now, they both were doing baseball, but only one of them is continuing with the baseball. And then my youngest twin also does band. He plays the trumpet. And I'm gonna get baby girl into gymnastics. I've been trying to find like somewhere where we can, kind of blend all these schedules together, because it's gonna be really busy. But eventually I want to figure it out. And if I can't do gymnastics with her, I'm probably gonna end up doing a dance class or something. But I got to get her in something. And then once she turns like 5 or 6 and starts elementary, we'll start letting her do the little baby sports and stuff like that. It's going to be so exciting. And then my newest little fur baby, Twinkie. Oh my goodness. He he just got a new cage and it is so freaking nice. Like, I love it. I was worried it was not going to be as big because my other cage I have is like the cages that they sell in the pet store, but I got him one of those really big cages. I got him um the flannels to put down. They're like waterproof flannels, so when they pee, it soaks it up and doesn't make it soggy and wet in there. I don't have nothing to capture the poop now. That poop, whew, poop be everywhere. But he is loving his new home. Twinkie was trying to run around his old cage, and it was like he made his own obstacle course, but it wasn't really much space for him. So this one, it has like a divider in the middle. So you can like, I separated his food and hay from the other side, and he is loving it. He's bouncing around. He made an even bigger obstacle course for himself, and he's just running all around, yipping and yapping. So I can just tell he's happy, and that makes me happy. Next thing I do know, I do need to get him a friend. So I'm going to work on that next. I'm just trying to make sure that I got this cage together. I bought some treats for him and some little hay balls for him to nibble on, and trying to get some more accessories in there so that both of them will be comfortable. But now that I have this cage, it is plenty of space for me to add another guinea pig baby. So that is very exciting. I'm going to let the boys pick him out because this is going to be like, their little baby too. And they really missed having a pet. So this is going to be exciting. And I cannot wait to tell y'all about the newest baby that we get in the family once this happens. All right. So enough about my week. I hope you all had a wonderful week. I hope you're all looking forward to Valentine's Day. And I hope your Black History Month has been filled with Black pride. So first, I want to just get this mess out of the way because I'm just sick and tired of y'all president. He is like an abomination. He is very disappointing. He made this post on his network, Truth Social, where it was supposed to be about voter fraud and blah, 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 this. And he was like, it was such a good video and I didn't notice this and blah, 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 whatever. A bunch of BS. But he put the Obamas heads on some monkeys' bodies or gorilla bodies. I don't know. But that is such a tired joke. Like, they look more like gorillas than we do. So anyway, but I'm so sick and tired of him and his racism. He is really annoying and he really does not stand for America in any kind of way. And I know that he does have some supporters who think like him, and they are not Americans as well. America was built on immigrants because we are all immigrants. None of us are native to America. We came here from other countries and made America our home. His wife is an immigrant. His children are half immigrants. Like, all of his wives are immigrants, to be quite frank. So I don't really understand his standpoint with this. And they're thinking of bringing a ice camp like close to my hometown in Georgia, and it's really sad. And there's people celebrating this, and I just really think that it's just sad in this day and age that we're still dealing with racism to this magnitude. Like, come on, y'all gotta just let this go. And I defend brown people because they are the new Negroes in America. How they treated us, how we had to take all of the lowest paying jobs, how we were looked at as the scum of America. Now that's how they're looked at. And I do have a lot of empathy for them. I know a lot of them do not like us, and they are also on that hate train as well, but I still have empathy for them because nobody should be treated like that, and no one should have to feel like they're unwanted. We have always welcomed immigration in America, and I know that some people are here illegally, but it's because they want a better life. And coming here and, treating them bad, that's not giving them a better life. That's not fair. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to their children. It's just wrong 100% across the board. And I don't agree with that mess, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Well, really, no, it's not, because we're going to go into this a little more because Oh, shout out to the Seahawks because they won the Super Bowl. I mean, you got to give it up to them. Congratulations. That win was very crazy. I really expected this to be like a game, but really they just dominated the Patriots the whole time. It was like, wow. Are y'all gonna pinch somebody? Y'all gonna fight back a little bit? Y'all gonna do something? No, they ain't come to do nothing. They really just got dominated the whole time. I don't understand that. But, shout out to the Seahawks for that win because they clearly deserved it. And then, again, let's get to this halftime show. Um, you know, Bad Bunny was hated on like the whole time with this halftime show. I mean, they really, really, really were upset. And they were so upset that for the first time ever that I've known about, maybe it's happened before, but I don't think so. I think this is the very first time that there was an All-American Clan halftime show. Because that's what it was. Because there's no way you can say that this halftime show was un-American just because you didn't understand the language that was being spoken. With y'all uneducated selves, Puerto Rico is America's. Like, that is our land. That's a part of our country. Yes, it's over in the sea and all that, but it's a part of America. So get the freak over it. Like, the vibe was there. I'm just gonna say Bad Bunny's halftime show was amazing. Me and my kids, we all watched it together. We enjoyed it, and we did not understand a word that he was saying. It just goes to show, like, you don't have to. People think they have to be a part of everything in the sense that it has to be what they want, and sometimes you don't get what you want. Like when the white singers that come on, some of them I may know, but some of them I don't know any of their music, and I'm not like, oh, let's have our own black show to boycott that. Like, that's what's really un-American is that you cannot accept all people. Like, Spanish is literally our second language now. A lot of people have learned Spanish as a second language as a part of, advancing in their careers. It's like so many careers out now that if you speak Spanish, you can make more money because you can talk to more than one person. And not only Spanish people get these jobs, there are Americans, as they like to call themselves, who also learn a second language in order to be an interpreter and get these jobs. So the fact that y'all want to act like it's a problem that he did that whole show in Spanish is really just weird and disgusting. Like, I'm just going to say it. It's like you should be able to celebrate everyone. That is a win for them. He is the first Spanish full-time show. And I'm pretty sure his people felt so much pride in that. And I'm with them. I feel proud too. I am glad to live in a world where opportunities are given to everybody. I don't want just opportunities for me and my people. I want opportunities for everybody. And then I heard Kid Rock with his super like racist self wants to say that Jay-Z got the job as picking the halftime performers as a DEI, basically saying that they only gave him the job because he's black, because he's not good enough to do the job just because of who he is, but because he's black only, they gave him that job. And I just want to say, I'm so sick and tired of white people that think like that. Like, how disgusting and little is your mind that you have to undermine someone's success so much to think that they only got the job because of them being black. And yes, I do realize that sometimes we only get things because we're black, but y'all act like we ain't awesome and amazing and we're not really good at what we do. Like, that is really a slap in the face. I'm so sick and tired of white people feeling like they're inferior to us. And I know it's not all white people because I have some lovely people in my family and friends and, people who really are inclusive of everyone. But I'm just saying to these haters, because that's what you are. You're the biggest hater. Like Kendra said, I hate the way you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I even hate how you smell because you smell as bad as your attitude towards other people. Like, I don't have time for hate. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me to look at someone else and only hate them because of the color of their skin. Because on the inside, we all look the same. So that should just let you know something right there. It's like if you get a dog that's a different color on the outside, it's still a dog. If you get a cat that's a different color, it's still a cat. Like, y'all act like human beings are not human just because they are not looking just like you. Like, I'm just so sick and tired of it. But shout out to Bad Bunny for an amazing halftime show. And those stupid people who did that supposedly American halftime show, the show sucked and they had only a few million people who viewed it. Bad Bunny's halftime show killed that show in ratings. And what they did is they wasted their time and their money putting that shit together. And they should have thrown it in a trash can because we do not care. Anyway, also, onto, some little keys and stuff, like GloRilla and her sister, who has been affectionately named Bro-Rilla because she's a stud. This lady, she just have stirred up so much in the media, and I see why GloRilla, like I said last week, I see why GloRilla don't fool with her. I understand why she's not giving her any of her money because she don't deserve it. She really does not. She don't deserve any of it. And, GloRilla had to get her parents, she didn't have to get her parents, but her mom wanted to come on live to like clear the air. Even her dad came on and was like, "You've done so much for us. We really love and appreciate you." I just hate that, people will always try to bring you down, but when it's your family that tries to bring you down, when it's your family that betrays you and backstabs you, it hurts worse than others. And I can tell you because I experienced that, sometimes here and there. I've had, family members who've, purposely linked up with people I don't like or don't get along with because they've actually done something to me or bothered me in a way, and they want to become their best friend. Like, family will show you how they feel about you and the actions that they do. And, people want to be, like, "Oh, I want to be neutral and I want to do this and that." You can't be neutral with someone who has harmed me in any way because that's not okay. Like, I had a friend, that a girl, and when I use the word friend loosely, she literally hated my best friend. Like, she would always just be like, "Huh, why are you her friend? Huh, da, da, da." And I would always would tell her, like, "Don't do my best friend because you have literally no reason to dislike her. None at all." And even my best friend, when she would come around her, she would be nice to her. She would speak, and she just would be rude to her for no reason. And people like that, like, imagine me being like, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna let you talk about my friend this way, and I'm gonna believe what you said, even though I've known my friend for all these years and she's never been this person that you're saying she is. I'm gonna believe what you say because you're a good person." No, you're not a good person. Because if you're a good person, you wouldn't be talking bad about someone who has done nothing wrong to you. And I hate that about certain people. And one of the things that I have to learn in my life is to not allow what people think about me to offend me because I always want the truth to be known so bad that it upsets me. And sometimes you just got to let people think what they want to think. If you want to think low of me, if you want to believe what somebody else tells you over what I'm telling you, then go right ahead. But one thing you're not going to do is continue to be in my space. So, needless to say, me and that girl are not friends anymore. And me and my best friend are what? Still friends because you can easily tell who the good and the bad person is. Some people just choose to be blind to that. Some people have to be burned by people to realize that they're not really good for them. And you just let that happen how it happens. What can you do about it? Also, this prediction was made by everybody everywhere, and that is Cardi B and Steffon Diggs have broken up. Who didn't see that coming? Like, who didn't know that they was gonna end up breaking up? Like, we knew that he was no good for her because he's no good for anybody. Like, this man literally goes around making babies with everybody. Shout out to Nick Cannon because he does the same thing. They literally are baby making machines and they just procreate with everybody. So I really knew that this wasn't going to end good for Cardi just because of the amount of kids that he had the same year that she got pregnant. It just shows a lot about his character. He's not really ready to grow up and be what she needs. She was a wife and mom, And clearly she values that role. And so to hook up with somebody like him, it just really gives, it's not going to be what you want it to be. Excuse me. That was clear that, it wasn't really going to work out for her the way she wanted. I do feel sorry for her. I'm glad she's not crashing out online because she is queen of crash out. But yeah, Cardi, we knew that wasn't gonna work, girl. Like, he got that little cute little sweet puppy dog face, like he ain't gonna do no wrong, and then he does all the wrong. Like, that's just how he looks. I hate that you had to go through that yet again, but at least you got the money to support you and your children, and you're not out here struggling to make a way for yourself. So you're going to be okay. Dust yourself off and just give yourself some time to heal. Don't go from one relationship to another, because it's always going to be a recipe for disaster, because you really have to heal when you have been through so much. Like, Offset took her through so much that she has to heal herself. She has to heal her mind and her body and her soul. And yeah, you can hook up with people, but don't be hooking up with people getting serious, because you don't need to be serious about anybody right now. You have your kids and you have your career going on. And my baby girl just keeps coming in here. No, go sit down, okay? Mommy be out in a minute, okay? Come here, come say hi. Come say hi. Come and say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Say, my name Ayla.
My name is Mommy.
No, your name is not Mommy. Say, I'm Ayla.
I'm Ayla.
Yes. Do you want to talk to us today? No. Do you want to talk to us today? You're messing up my mic. Do you want to talk to us today?
Yes.
What do you want to talk about? What did you do today? You want my headphones?
Yes.
Okay. Here, you have my headphones. Now, what do you want to talk about today?
Ayla. I'm Ayla.
Yes, your name is Ayla. Hi, Ayla.
Hi, Mommy.
How are you?
How are you?
Are you ready for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, Mommy.
You are? You gonna get me a present?
Yeah, Mommy.
Okay, now you gotta go, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for being on the podcast. Bye.
Bye.
I love you. Okay, vegetables. All right, so we had that little intermission right there with my little boo-boo. She always come in this room checking on me. Now, I'm technically in her room. Her room is my office / podcast studio, because she don't like to sleep in here. She just is camping out in our bed forever, it seems like. So I just use her room for my own little quiet space. But yeah, so what I wanted to talk about was, I saw this post, excuse me. I saw this post and they were talking about like Greek life being like Greek life, the sororities and fraternities, basically, I cannot talk, worshiping idolatry and ungodly covenants to Greek gods. And I never like heard of that ever. Like, I really have not. I don't really. So I only know the outside of looking at fraternities and sororities. And I know they are built on Greek mythology, but I did not know that there was some kind of form of worship in that. So, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. But there was this lady saying that she had to denounce basically her sorority in order to get her life right with God. And I've never heard anything about that. So I would love to hear some people's thoughts about, Greek life, and if it's some form of worship. I got something in my eye now. I think I got lotion in my eye. It hurts. But yeah, if the Greek life is some form of idolatry to Greek gods, going against, our Christian beliefs and views, I know plenty of people who are in fraternities and sororities, and I've never heard anyone speak on that. I will be curious to know if any pastors are. I feel like either one or both of my pastors may have spoken about it, but not in that kind of way. So I'm just curious. That's something I have to delve a little deeper into, just to, see what's going on with that. Also, A discussion that happened on the Breakfast Club today that I thought was really interesting was that whether or not Valentine's Day was for men and women or only women. And I've heard like a few people think like, oh, Valentine's Day is just for women. I've never adapted to that because I think that's really selfish to be like, oh, get me gifts and do for me, and I'm not going to do anything for you. I've always given to the men in my life, including my sons. Like, I feel like Valentine's Day is a day for love, not just a day for women, and not just for a man to show a woman love. And honestly, you should be showing your partner love all year long. If you're waiting for one day to really show up and show out, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Because they should be feeling your love all year long. Like, I've heard of so many different couples talk about all the different ways that they make to have a reconnection with their spouse. And I love that because when you have a relationship like that, where you make sure that you make time for your spouse and not just in monetary ways, they just go above and beyond to make sure that their spouse knows that they love them. Those are the relationships that go the standard, that last I can't even talk. Those are the relationships that last the longest right there. It's not about money, it's about the time and effort that you put into it. And you can tell when you put time and effort into a relationship because you bear the fruits of a happy relationship. And if you don't have a happy relationship, it's probably no time and attention or love and no grand gestures, no small gestures, like none of that is going on. So, you know, but I definitely think Valentine's Day is for men and women. Now, when I was listening to the Breakfast Club, there are some people calling in from the Midwest talking about Galentine's Day is for men and Valentine's Day is for women. I mean, to each his own. You know, I didn't grow up in that area, so maybe if I would have grew up in that area, I would have been doing that craziness. But I think it's crazy. Like, why do we need two separate days? You celebrate each other on the same day. You should both be celebrating your love for each other. So I don't know why we need separate days for men and women. But anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. The last thing I want to say is when we're talking about betrayal, do not take betrayal lightly. Betrayal has intent behind it. Betrayal has thought behind it. And anytime someone betrays you, just know that they are capable of doing it over and over again. Yes, people can redeem themselves. Yes, people can be better, but never trust someone who is quick and happy to betray you for any reason. And also, I want to say to everyone out there, you reap what you sow. And you're going to pay for everything that you do to someone that is wrong, that is harmful, that brings them any kind of grief. You're going to get that back in your life. And you're going to see distress because your heart is not pure. So the best thing to do is just be good to one another. Make sure that your heart is pure in all decisions that you make. Make sure that you're not making decisions that are just good for you and not good for anyone else. Because if you are only looking out for yourself at all times, that's gonna be your own downfall, you know. So, just protect your heart, protect your peace, and protect your integrity at all times. Well, okay, y'all. I'm ready to lay down. I am so congested. My mouth is so dry. I can't have a cough drop because it's gonna sound on the microphone. I probably sound so stuffy, but like I said, I am getting my episode out every single week. Can't stop, won't stop. No diddy. Anyway, I do want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, as usual, for continuing to tune in to Chatting It Up with Mrs. B. I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day, and I hope you all enjoy your weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.